Hi, everyone who are watching this interview and video. My name is Iva Kozlovska. I'm a CEO at Qubit Labs of staffing company. And we are creating team from scratch to our customers. And we have a couple of teams in our company with blockchain expertise. And recently we started to receive a lot of questions about blockchain technology from our current and potential customers. And that question was about what is the potential in this technology, how to use it. If we don't have it, should we add it to our product and other? Will it be actual next year or just hype for today? So that's why we decided to make this interview with Helen, our good friend with great expertise in this industry. And we are hopes that Helen will answer for all of your questions about the specific blockchain technologies. Hi, Helen.
Hi, Iva.
How are you?
Doing well, pretty busy.
With of course, as usual. Okay. So can you please introduce yourself, your expertise, and your company?
Okay, so my name is Helen. I'm a CEO at Fire Labs. It's the biggest blockchain dev company in Ukraine. We also have the delivery offices not only in Kyiv, but also in Stockholm, mainly focusing in blockchain, blockchain development, fintech, and banking. Fire was established in 2010, and starting from 2016, we've been trying to keep our focus. We are working directly with blockchain protocols like Polkadot. We are substrate delivery partners by Polkadot. We are working directly with Near protocol. We are helping them with development ecosystem, with commercial projects, working a lot with EVM compatible blockchains, on our end, we are doing like full delivery, starting from idea validation till delivery of complex blockchain projects like protocols, bridges, and other stuff. Yeah.
Okay, great. As I know that your customers, most of your customers from FinTech industry, yep.
Yeah, from FinTech and DeFi, decentralized finance. It's like when you're using blockchain technology for in this domain, and we are doing a lot of interesting stuff like yield farming, or some like platforms for providing carbon credits on blockchain technology for enterprise clients, decentralized exchanges, centralized exchanges. So we are working on complex stuff, and you should pay attention on security issues. It's like complex work, working with smart contracts.
Great, thank you. So let's start from basic information. Can you please tell us what is exactly blockchain and how does it work?
So indeed, it's like technology where you could automate a lot of stuff or store some info in like distributed way for the participants. It's like you have a chain of recordings, and each of chain stores a hash of the previous one. So it means that this technology you could use in lots of other domains where you need to store the info in distributed and immutable way. So currently this technology is super popular in DeFi, where you could make in decentralized way some like payments, reimbursements, etc. We are the smart contracts. So indeed, you don't have, let's say, backend, but you have the full logic on smart contract. Definitely on some projects you could have some part of backend stuff, but a lot of stuff you're just automating here as a smart contract. This technology is super applicable for gaming industry, because you could easily tokenize some like assets inside the game, virtual assets, because you're working with virtual stuff, and in like immutable way. As you could sell such assets that right now is called like NFT. It's like non-fungible tokens that stores the unique metadata. It means that it's unique. You're not able to change some stuff. It's like
one second. We have this question about NFT in the future, so don't rush the situation. Okay, thank you for your answer. Can you please tell us your opinion how blockchain is changing the internet in global?
I think significantly, especially Defi, that it's boosted this year. Even in Bank of America did its future reports that like it's already over like $3 trillion, and we should pay attention to this. And even we are building such our strategies that we understand that traditional finance will, in any case, and banks, they will come to blockchain and use this technology. Even there are some thoughts that like Polkadot, they could even replace Swift system because it's faster, it's more secure, it's immutable, and it could be even replacement of Swift system. Definitely has changed significantly, and this year it was like the key as a key point that there's no way to come back because a lot of stuff already done for development ecosystem, because in 2017 there were a lot of issues with development ecosystem. Like it was hard to process a lot of transactions per second. There were no development stuff like tools, SDKs, bridges, all this. Now it's more sophisticated. This is like a year of interoperability between blockchains, with like communication between blockchains, when you could like transfer some assets from one network, from one protocol to another one. There are a lot of like bridges that resolve these issues. The same with transactions, with sharding stuff. A lot of issues already, definitely a lot of stuff that should be resolved, but already a lot of stuff done. And it means that it's applicable in a lot of industries. We have rather big customers, well-established customers, big enterprise clients, which invest a lot of money in using blockchain technology for supply chain, using blockchain technology for notary service, or using blockchain technology, let's say, even for neobanks. We have a lot of banks that using like for some security data storage or sharing it in secret way, or it like crypto processing could be. Let's say I could say that Revolut is like one of the popular neobank. If you already checked their like financial reports, they're doing significant profit from commission of crypto transactions. Not like traditional neobank on providing like credits or saving stuff. So I think it's like area for next 10 years, and we will see how it will be applicable definitely in a lot of domains.
Wow, great. Thank you. So we go next. You said that most stuff, a lot of stuff done already in this industry, but for your opinion, again, what do you think is the future of blockchain technologies in the financial markets next 1 or 2 years?
So right now, indeed, it's like expected some like slowdown after New Year and after Chinese New Year. This year it was boost of DeFi and NFT markets, but we foresee that the next significant boost will be in a couple of years, because a lot of like projections. It's like if you're like right now participating in like great projects, you will just in 2 years you will feel a significant boost. If you're like token holder of great projects on Polkadot, let's say in 2 years it will be even a bigger boost than it was in 2021. Why? Because right now big players, they're investing in blockchain projects because of some financial troubles, in traditional finance. traditional financial institutions, we see they're investing in crypto projects because they could definitely make significant money. Yeah, in the US, the same situation caused by COVID. Now they're switching just some focus to crypto projects and actively investing in such kind of projects. And participation of big players. Yeah, so we don't expect to have such kind of crypto winter as it was after 2017. There will be some slowdown, but in a couple of years it's going to be a significant boost of this industry.
Okay, thank you. So now we're back to NFT. They call 2021 a year of NFT. Why?
Because it was, I could say it was hype, yeah, because NFT, it's not something unique and that it was invented in 2021. It's like the same token that we just, where you just store unique metadata. And you could transfer this like NFT to another person. Just it was like hype around like NFT marketplaces and all this stuff. So now it's like NFT boost in gaming. So we have big companies like partners with Sony, with Disney, that trying to make inside the game, NFT marketplaces where you could buy, store collections of some unique assets, skins, and all this stuff. So I think next year will be like year of NFT gaming. But this year NFT boosted like DeFi because you have pretty understandable logic on how you will make money on it. So we understand that you buy NFT for 10K, you will sell it for 20K. The same with DeFi. All kinds of DeFi projects that raise a lot of money, they have good traction. It's DeFi projects where you have understandable logic of how you will make money on it. The same with NFT. When you have pretty understandable mechanism of making money, it attracts huge attention.
Okay, very useful information for preparing the next year. Okay, as I mentioned from start of our interview that we received questions about should we use from different companies, should we use blockchain or maybe not now or never. And you said that most of your customer FinTech, but can you please give us examples of your customer from different industries? What kind of industries came to you to help, to ask your help with blockchain, and their cases, what actually they expect from the blockchain?
We have interesting project from film production industry, let's say in US. So we're building a platform that will help with issues for fundraising for different kind of film projects. We are like one unified platform. It's interesting that even in film production you could use blockchain technology and resolve the real like issues. We had also interesting case in Israel when we were using Corda blockchain and helped in distributed way to get specific info from laboratories, let's say some insurance companies that they don't need full sensitive data, but they need specific data from laboratories, and by blockchain technology you could share this data in a secure way, and let's say not full data but some piece of this data. So like MedTech is great, also domain where blockchain could be applicable. Definitely it's like green finance, because there are a lot of applicable cases for using blockchain technology, let's say for providing carbon credits for enterprise clients in immutable distributed way, or it could be, I don't know, issuing of like green bonds. We have such projects funded by government authorities. So even traditional institutions, governments, they invested in such kind of projects. in participating in such kind of projects. Also, it could be logistics. We have a lot of projects in logistics because blockchain could help with improving the traceability, in logistics, and also a lot of stuff that could impact, it's like human factor definitely, but when the full process is automated and you could get data, I don't know, via some IoT integrations, due to our IT integration, so it means that you don't have human factor and you have data that you could store on blockchain and improve like traceability. Also, it could be manufacturing. We also have cases, by the way, we have interesting case in Ukraine, one company in healthcare, so they were using blockchain technology for storing the data of on conditions and temperature, let's say, all the stuff, how they store like medicine and medicines, and it was done by in automated way by hardware devices that were sending this info, and let's say all like customers, they know that is like immutable in data that they could get, and they understand that the conditions were based on like on their contract, let's say, and it's not spoiled.
Okay, thank you. So our next question, you mentioned government, so I will ask this question next. What do you think about the future of blockchain technologies for voting?
For voting?
Yeah.
We had requests from government authorities. We did a lot of like research and working on discovery phases, consulting, validating this idea, and we had such even requests in 2017. The issue even in Ukraine is impossible to implement this because let's say more likely it could be done in Estonia when you have ID cards, and even like your grandma could have this ID card, because without this identification, it's impossible at least implement this this concept in Ukraine, and it's pretty costly to implement this, that each of citizen will have such kind of ID identification, unique, which you could use for voting stuff, and and more likely we don't have interested like participants on it. So the problem is not about technology, it's more about infrastructure, that it's not ready, and it's not going to be ready even in 5-10 years.
You speak about Ukraine or about different countries?
Ukraine, but it's realistic, let's say, in Estonia, because it's super, like each of citizen he has like ID card that he could use for, let's say, and get full info from tax authority, from all your histories, like just store it there. We are far from there, I think, we especially in our country. But if we talk about like in general about blockchain world, you know that there are a lot of interesting projects where you could hold governance token that will allow you to participate in voting system. A lot of projects, they do have governance, and if you are like token holder of governance token, so you could participate, and your votes will be available. So it's pretty applicable on such projects. If we talk about governments, authorities in general, like in GovTech, so it's pretty hard to set up the full infrastructure just for citizens.
Okay, got it. My next question will be about healthcare. And from information I have, the global market size of blockchain technologies in healthcare is expected to reach 231 million by 2022, with a growth rate of 63% over the next 6 years. How can health providers use blockchain technologies?
As I mentioned, so it could be applicable for some data storage or distributed some data, let's say for insurance companies, for laboratories, or between hospitals. When you need to have access to, you're not allowed to see the full data and some sensitive stuff, but you could apply and get the specific data that you need in distributed way. And this case it mentioned with laboratories previously, it's a good case of using blockchain technology here. Indeed, we don't have a lot of cases here in healthcare, but now it's I also see this tendency that is growing right now, and we have hospitals, we have companies which would like to automate somehow the process of reimbursement by using, let's say, blockchain technology. That it could be done in distributed way. We are like smart contracts even. Let's say to build the full infrastructure, let's say when you don't have intermediaries like banks, all the stuff, yeah, you could directly just make reimbursements within such kind of network, let's say, that could be built, because it's a lot of still there are a lot of issues when like insurance, they make reimbursement, when they participate in hospitals, yeah, and all this stuff. Even we had the request for such kind of systems where people could get even some credits, yeah, for treatment if it's not covered by insurance, and it's also could be done based on blockchain technology.
Okay, and what do you think? What industries will be the last to incorporate blockchain?
Oh, I think it's GovTech, because it's pretty hard. If you know, in Ukraine, they are going to launch CDBC, is central digital currency. Is a great idea when government could make some let's say payments directly to enterprises without intermediaries, yeah, and they could track for what you're spending, yeah, this this money. So but there's a lot of negotiations with national banks, with tax authorities, with Ministry of Finance, and they're not ready. The same in Ukraine was that a lot of people in Ministry of Finance, so they don't at all even understand what technology is about, and it's hard to even to explain for people over 50 years old. It's very significant, I think, work. In Sweden, you know, probably this country is cashless at all, and they already so they're working on such kind of national digital coin, yeah. As far as I know, it's Accenture company is working on it, and they're very it's modern country, and more likely it's applicable, but in the rest countries it's hard to apply. So GovTech more likely, some kind of projects related, the same as the issue with supply chain, because there were a lot of cases, a lot of money invested in this domain, but issues like human factor. So this companies, they should invest more in automating a lot of processes, yeah, using a lot of IoT integrations, then it could be just applicable. Also traditional banks, because indeed blockchain and DeFi, it's huge, yeah. It's danger for banking, traditional banking system, because DeFi, it's fast, it's super convenient, not regulated still in a proper way, but you don't need to wait 5 days, and let's say in banking system your bank wire could be sent not the right, it is right right country or like right person, then you need to provide proof of this like transactions, then you have investigation, and again you need to wait 3-4 days. In DeFi it's like just seconds, you have the proof and you know that it's like immutable. Just it should be just regulated. So banking, traditional banking, they're definitely not interested in at all. It's like FinTech and neobanks, they're like could be interesting, and they understand that some crypto trading stuff, all the stuff is super interesting for them. For traditional banks, no. Probably, yeah, this I think this domains, but all stuff that is related to digital, where you could digitalize something, so it's pretty applicable.
Okay, thank you. I hope it will be faster than you expect, but we'll see. Okay, when do you expect the wide adoption of cryptocurrency by everyday customers?
It's hard to say because it's more about education.
Just your opinion from your experience.
I think in 3-5 years, everybody will have wallet and just use it on your like mobile. Right now, even in our country, you see that mobile providers, they also like provide now like platform for crypto trading, and you could easily like top up your like account by like your credit card, so no issues. It's more just about education, because I think it's hard to explain for our parents what's like crypto and how it works. But in 3-5 years, it will be normal practice, I think.
You think it's enough time for regulation, every processes around all the world?
I think when even your taxi driver is using crypto trading like platform and asking you about some piece of advice, so I think we're pretty innovative here.
Okay, great. So, for example, question I met before that, is it secure? What kind of risk I have if I will use this technology on my current project? So can you please explain what are the risks of this technology, not only for FinTech, for different industries as well?
Risks, first of all, people don't understand that they need to keep, first of all, to pay for full this infrastructure. It's rather costly solution. Even deployment of each smart contract in network costs. In Ethereum, it could be like 500 USD. When in summer, when we had Ethereum, I remember for 4K, something like that, deployment of one smart contract was around like 700K. Just to deploy the smart contract to the mainnet. I'm not saying about them like this, keep full this infrastructure. If we talk about permission blockchains like IBM blockchain, like Hyperledger Fabric, it's super costly solution. Just big enterprise clients, they could afford to work with such kind of blockchains. You should understand who will pay like gas commission for transactions. More likely your users not going to pay it, and so to pay on behalf of your customers, you need to have enough money to cover all this gas transaction fees. And on Ethereum, it's like significant amount. Other risks, it's like lack of engineers. Let's say if you want to scale up fast, it's hard to find good talents. A lot of blockchains are based on such kind of technology languages like Rust. That's super complex language, programming language. Super hard to find good Rust engineers, like Solana, that is super popular right now, like Near or Polkadot. Their frameworks like Substrate is based on Rust language. We even educating here in Ukraine. We have our own academy where we educate programmers to write in Rust, because there are no good talents. Good talents, they're already attracted, I could say, by Solana directly here in Ukraine, because they have enough money to pay huge salaries. And if you're building your startup, so it will be challenging to find good talents. Then there's like fluctuations of this market. So this market is not stable. It was boost of NFT, now it's NFT gaming, then it will be something else. So it's like fluctuation all the time. But on the other hand, it's not hard to raise money because, as I mentioned, traditional even financial institutions are right now investing and buying some tokens of some projects because you could make x20, x100, so earn a lot of money. So it's not hard to get investments, but again, it's hard to get talents, to build trust in your community, and understand its development costs, including also infrastructure costs, setting up this infrastructure, then costs related to commissions of transactions, then cost for marketing. It's like very, very important, because if you're not investing in marketing, definitely it will be hard to get involvement of your community. And marketing agencies, blockchain marketing agencies, they're also on huge demand, and they quote, so the quotation for marketing agency is significant. I could say it's like the same that you're going to spend for development, even more. And you should also understand, because influencers, shillers, all this stuff, they also increasing their their prices.
Okay, thank you. So I have honestly a last question for you. Let's imagine that I'm a owner of company, for example, let it be a marketplace or a game, and I don't use currently a blockchain. But I want, but I don't understand, should I or I shouldn't, and if I should, what I should to do next. What can you please give your advice from what need to start if you want to add blockchain to your product, and how to manage these changes?
So you mean how to start blockchain startup?
No, I mean that if I already have startup, but it's not a blockchain, or not even startup, it's like a middle-sized company, but not in blockchain industry, and we are not using blockchain currently, but we have a thoughts to start to use blockchain technology inside our current product, and we try to understand, should we, or if we should, what we should to do for it.
So the best way is to start with such kind of discovery phase with experts, in most cases like solution architect and business analyst, who could analyze your product, understand competitive features and what value will bring blockchain technology to the product. Sometimes we faced with this problem that a lot of customers are trying to use blockchain technology, and problem and cost of resolving this problem is not applicable at all. And it's a significant problem that you would like to use to resolve by blockchain technology. Okay, but if you just want to make hype and just what to resolve what, or just to be on hype by using blockchain technology, it's different stuff. But the best way just to have such kind of consulting discovery phase with solution architect, with BA guy, just analyze existing system, how blockchain technology will be potentially integrated, what kind of protocol is going to be applicable because of a lot of business limitations, transaction speed, or it could be a huge amount of transactions and load. This is super important for us. What else? Based on this info, expert will suggest you what kind of protocol will be compatible and how it's going to be integrated to your system. I don't know, it's going to be neobank or some existing system. And based on this, to understand, okay, how long it will take and development plan and budget. But yeah, there are like two cases, or just you want to resolve the problem by using blockchain technology, I don't know, to eliminate intermediaries in some processes, or just to hype on it, and it's also possible, but
okay. So before to start, you should understand exactly that it's not a hype, it's your needs actually, and you're ready to pay that amount.
Or it's also like additional boost. Let's say if you want, you understand that a lot of right now projects are providing some rewards and some tokens. It's like also boost for your project because you could attract like crypto guys to the project and give additional boost and additional like users.
Okay. So my question finished. Thank you so much, Helen, that you were with us today. It was very useful information. I hope that our people who subscribe will enjoy. And also want to mention, if you want to understand exactly, should you use blockchain on your current project, please ask Helen. And they, after discovery phase, will give you an answer, should or no. So thank you so much. Have a great evening. Best customers next year.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.